Welcome to the CFG GameCast, episode number 55, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode on Saturdays and release it on podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and Podbean. So show us some love, give us a follow, give us a like, comment down below, what have you, or go to any of our to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davis Green. And with me today are my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. How is it going, Lex?
Running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but pretty good so far.
Oh, yeah? Wow, what's been going on with you? Jeez.
Just a lot. We did a lot of gaming this week. I didn't skip a beat with the gaming, but I've kind of been on call for my best friend. Her and all of her kids and everyone in her household, unfortunately, got COVID, and they needed another competent adult who wasn't sick to help work in shifts because her grandpa's in the hospital with it, and she needed to take my middle child, my goddaughter Harley, to the hospital last night. So I went over there and stayed with them. I came home pretty late, and I conked right out after I binge ate a bunch of food. And slept and woke up to your message. So yeah, I've just kind of, I've been on call all week, and last night was the 911 call. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. But yeah. Oh, we played a lot of Frambo this week though. Love that.
Yeah, I saw that you were playing some of that. I was like, oh, that was interesting.
I love Frambo.
You got that from the summer sale. Yeah, I was gonna say that's awesome.
There's a few more games I want to grab, which you had suggested a few, so they're in my wish list. So hopefully
I did. Which one did I suggest?
Horror, I think, something like that.
Oh yeah, Song of Horror. Yeah, that's right.
Well, it says it's the complete edition, but it's 2 through 5. I'm assuming there is a 1 in there, but I can't seem to find it. So
the complete edition 2 through 5.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
Did you guys start it too? How does this work?
Yeah, that is so weird that they would do that to that. So if you got something to say to me, you can type it in. Oh, that's right. What's going on, kitty cat? But I mean, that's crazy. That is so crazy that they would do that.
Weird.
Yeah, that's really weird. They totally missed the beat.
Oh
my god, that is so crazy. Definitely try to get that. I think this is the last week for the summer sale, so this is going to be this following week is last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so definitely keep an eye out on that. But yeah, that's great. That's great. But that's cool. Well, definitely. Well, hopefully your friend, or I'm sorry, your friend is gets well. I know, and her family too. That sucks that everyone got that virus. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's terrible. All right, and I got the 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's going on, buddy?
Chilling, my friend. We just got off of we were blowing some stuff up for 4th of July. Kept it small, just hung out at the house, didn't really do much anything. Finished The Last of Us 2. Glad we finished that. Like you said, we just finished a spoiler cast, so it's nice to be able to jibber jab about that and then actually go online and look and see what other people's opinions were and whatnot. I enjoyed it. And then really I've been focusing on that. I was supposed to start Detroit Become Human on Mishmash, but then I didn't realize that I had signed up for 4th of July night. So I ended up not streaming and being like, hey, is it cool if that was my bad. I did not mean to sign up for that. So I didn't, but this Tuesday I'll be starting Detroit Become Human. And then we got some more Destiny 2, and I need to grind some more of that stuff out.
Yo, what you need to do is stop playing Destiny 2 and start playing some more Division 2.
Division 2?
Yeah, and so you can hurry up and catch up with all of us here. Because
you guys been playing. There's a new raid, right?
Yeah, new raid they just added a new raid last week. But I am not ready for that raid. Like once you beat New York, you're back to basically square one. It's pretty.
Wait, what?
Well, not like you lose everything, but just everyone is so powerful that you need a new set of gear. You need to get and stuff.
I need to hop back in there, dude.
Yeah, you definitely do. So you need to hurry up and get back on this. So say, you know what? Let's put Destiny 2 on hiatus and then just go with this. Yeah.
No. I'm already vested in there. I can get back into, because I know like you and Tash and Diesel, like a lot of you guys run it and whatnot. I just need to get in on some of your guys' sessions. I know that you guys do it weekly. They play it weekly for sure.
Well, I'm trying to catch up to them because shoot, they got extra points at the end of the game now, and then it's instead of so you they don't tell you the level anymore. They just tell you how many extra points over you're at on next to your name. So so when I just got out of the division, it's like, oh, okay, I was with Tash, and Tash had like 480 points extra past the game. And then there was a good dude named Patinkin, and he was like 486. And then there's me, who has 3. So I was like, I got a long way to go. So yeah, that's where I was at with that. But yeah, I mean, but that's crazy, dude. But yeah, you need to get back on that grind, especially you got an expansion that you haven't even touched, essentially.
I know. Well, I mean, I messed with New York, but I don't even know if I actually finished the New York section of that. But I mean, again, too, I also have. You said I didn't.
Yeah, because you did the New York section with me. We did one of the 5 things that we have to do for New York.
No, but I went back and did the other things.
Oh, did you? Did you kill? Did you take out all 5 of those people?
The things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have Division 2, Lex?
Wait, you have it?
I said I did none of the things because technically I have not.
Oh, okay.
Wait, hey guys, did either of you look at the eclipse last night?
No, I didn't know there was an eclipse.
There's a total lunar eclipse last night. I didn't even look at it. I forgot. Apparently, it was easier to see on West Coast than East Coast.
Maybe we're too busy with the fireworks and all that stuff. I don't know.
I thought it would have been cool, like as the fireworks are going, the total eclipse happens.
Because like we saw the moon, and I didn't see an eclipse. I thought this was visible like in India.
It went to up until this morning, like early this morning, I think.
Really?
Yeah. If you stayed up till like 3 a.m., like I do.
I mean, I was up until 3 a.m. Well, past that, but I didn't look out. I didn't look out at the moon or anything. I saw it earlier, and it was huge, and it was cool. Like having that as a backdrop with the fireworks. Yeah, I was like, there were some crazy moments.
The amount of illegal fireworks on this side of town last night was insane.
It was crazy. There was somebody up our road that was
everywhere.
Like the things were like coming down. I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, are we talking about like an illegal, just basically like a legal show? All of a sudden?
Yeah. We're talking casino level fireworks in regular people's hands, kind of like M80s having to be loaded into huge canister type of fireworks. Yeah.
I saw a video of a house catching fire. They lit it too close to the house. Garage went whoosh. All of a sudden, like you see people running in and stuff. Just was like, oh, you fools!
That's why you can't fight them in my neighborhood. We're all so close together. If one catches, that whole road's gone.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
What about you, Davis? What have you been up to, man?
Oh, for me, I totally forgot about that. Actually, I've been busy. I've been really busy. I would say that like I did a little bit of streaming. I went back to Luigi's Mansion 3. So I could actually, so I could beat it, finally beat it, and then I probably one of my goals to beat that before I start Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah. So like but the biggest thing is like after that I was like, okay, let's see what else is out there. So we got a chance to go start interviewing some people. There's a thing I'm wanting to work on. I'm working on wanting to do regular interviews and stuff with not just cosplayers but also with people in the industry, gaming industry, comics, anime, all that, and then just make a 30-minute videos of 30-minute interviews with some of these like individuals and stuff. So I started doing that on did my first set of that this weekend, the Friday, on Friday. So I did so doing the editing on it now, hopefully get it out there this week, see what y'all think. and see if it's something that if y'all like. Then also we just did the spoiler cast of Last of Us Part 2, so we actually had a really good discussion on how the game was itself. So we're gonna I'm gonna aim to try to release that on by Wednesday. So definitely check that stuff out. We're going to promote the crap out of that as well. We'll love your insight on that too. So, and see if we could do more, if we should do more in the future. So yeah, so it's been a pretty good, good busy week for me. Oh, and my stitches. I took out the stitches off of my hand, so I'm not using a brace anymore.
Yay!
What does it look like now, buddy? Show us.
Well, it's fine now. Like, but there's like a giant scar right now that they said that I should put some vitamin E oil.
Yeah,
so like
put some
like some vitamin E oil on it. So I've been doing that.
See
like
nothing. You went like this and then put it down.
Oh, sorry. It's because it's so zoomed in. Like, yeah, I need to check this out.
That your hand,
the scar. I didn't see the scar.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
We want to see the action.
You want to see the action? It's like right here. It's like it's weird. It's really hard to see.
There's like a bump and all that stuff. I kind of see it. Yeah. So, it's probably weird to turn.
Yeah, so it feels weird and it's kind of sensitive, but yeah, so I'm doing that.
Doing sensitive for a long time.
Yeah, I'm doing my hand exercises and I'm hopefully getting the vitamin E because originally it used to be a lot darker and I didn't like how it was looking.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, it's definitely coming along very nicely. So
hey, I'm the queen of scars. I'm Frankenstein. So if you need any advice about what to use, what not to use, let me know.
If someone could ever do a fan art of you, like with the old school cyborg from Teen Titans, I would be totally down to see that.
Hey, I'm down.
Awesome.
I'll show. I'll put a bikini on and show you guys all my scars one day if that people are curious. Like, take a photo of them because I mean they're pretty gnarly. Like my whole leg, they took out 2 inches of tissue from my leg to use on my head. So I'm not proportionate. I go in on one side, like pretty deep. It's pretty interesting to look at when I'm wearing shorts. But yeah, I don't know. I'm Frankenstein. I don't mind it. Scars are interesting.
Dang, that is so crazy. That's
so dudes hit on you at the pool. You can be like, "Yeah, I got into a knife fight," and then they walk away.
Jeez, it's like, yeah, let's not mess with this cat right here. Yeah. All right, let's get on with the normal rigmarole like we normally do in each episode. So each of us picks a new topic of discussion within video games from the previous week. The topic would or could be a specific game or something that happened in the gaming industry itself. And we don't want to talk about the topics amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners or the viewers of on Twitch, to be a part of the conversation. So if you have something to say, please don't hesitate to just put it out on there. We would love to discuss it with you, and we'll definitely go from there. I like Citizen B's thing. Chicks dig scars. Yes, depends where. But yeah. So let's get down to it. I'll do it first again this week. So I don't know if anyone's been seeing what's been going on, but this is what was crazy. So when all this happened. This happened like live in the day. So I was like, I need to see if I can keep up with this. And I clearly did. So officially, EVO Online has been canceled due to sexual misconduct. So originally, back in April or so, EVO is one of the biggest video game fighting tournaments that's been in the longest running ones that's been happening in the US. So in April, they were going to be canceling the physical location of that in the Mandalay Bay, which happens every year in Vegas and Mandalay Bay. But then think about a month later, they announced that they're going to do a fully online format to allow people to still participate and play tournaments specifically that had good net code over the internet. And still go from there. So that was the plan until last week. Apparently there was an allegation initially, and it was weird. I got this from my own personal source from the website, confreaksandgeeks.com. Shameless plug. So there was a report early Thursday morning of an individual who said that the co-founder of EVO, who was Joey Quellar, was doing sexual misconduct with this individual in the late 90s to early 2000s, throughout this period. Right. Yeah. So when that happened, EVO immediately put something out there saying that they are aware of the situation, and then the allegation. The name of the person, his name was Pyron Ikari. I have the links on the link I gave Smitty below, that they have the full twit longer of the whole situation that happened. What I didn't know at the time was that he wasn't the only one that came forward about this. So there's multiple allegations about the CEO, about the CEO doing this to people at around the same time frame. So then when Evo apologized on this, it took not that long later. Oh, no, probably Mr. Wizard is now off Twitter now, but Joey Quellar himself apologized for the action. So pretty much confirms that this is true at this point. He says that, "I'm sorry that I never meant to hurt anyone. I was young and reckless and did things that I'm not proud of, and that I've been growing and maturing over the past 20 years, but that doesn't excuse anything. All I've been trying to do is become a better person. Once again, I am truly sorry." So so that alone is basically, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it may not be official, but for me, that's admitting that you did wrong and do it. So I mean, yeah. So in my sense, good for him that he's coming forward. At least you're not dealing, going through the whole process of trying to prove something and make this thing a long, strenuous thing for everybody, and then also have people relive the moment. People have relive the trauma that he that he gave to people now, So then when that happened, and this is what was crazy, like not even an hour when that happened, the floodgates just opened up. Bandai Namco pulled their game. NetherRealm Studios was pulling theirs. Capcom said no to Street Fighter. All basically everything. Like, I think there was 14 games developers that were going to this event. Out of the 14, 12 of them pulled out because of these allegations. And then I was like, man, when are they going to say EVO's done? I mean, they can't. There's no way that this is going to be held at this point. And then, like, not only that though, too, like people like Sonic Fox, who is like, Mortal Kombat / Dragon Ball Fighters champion and stuff, and like some big names were saying, no, we're not going to be a part of this because of these allegations, as well as you should, as well as you shouldn't, So, but then finally, Evo finally tweeted something at the end of the day, end of the deal, saying that they were officially canceling the tournament because of this, as well as doing a third-party investigation, trying to find out what exactly happened with these in these circumstances. So I'm really glad that people did finally had the courage to come up front and then finally get this stuff going. I'm also really proud that the FGC community decided to also kind of be like immediately go in solidarity with the victims of this, and I mean, I guess good I mean, if you're a business, it would look bad if you were like, I don't care, let's just let this go. So they basically needed to do what they needed to do. So but overall, it's just like, wow, EVO, like one of the biggest tournaments. And this is something that I've been going to myself personally for years on end, and talking to so many different folks and stuff like that. I've only talked to Mr. Wizard once. That's Joey Quellar's gamer tag. Dude, and like, it's just like, it hurts. Like, you think that like someone, or you think that you've been going to something that's been around for so long, and then you think that everything is completely kosher and everything, but then all of this, like when things like this come out in the public, it just makes you just make you feel like you were just a fool, you were duped, with this. Because if you knew, like, if something like this I knew from the front, from the start, it's something that I know I would be like, hell no, I'm not going to do this anymore, So, I mean, I don't know. So, like, I mean, I just want to know what y'all's takes were what these allegations and I had a question in my mind, like what would Evo need to do for them to be like to regain your trust in that event?
So I've never actually I've heard of Evo and the event, but I've never checked it out. So I from someone who's blind to what this game is or how it works, I don't know. I mean, they would have to be taken over by like a different sector for me to think about playing a game like that, because I don't want any association with that. You know what I mean?
So Evo is a big fighting game, or basically a big fighting tournament. One of the biggest in the world is what Evo is. It's out here in Vegas. This number one is crazy because the fighting game community is huge, and obviously these bigger companies have to pull out on a situation like this. I mean, clearly the evidence was there, and I think there's other stories, because I know, and I was following along as well as this was breaking, and I know that there's other people that have come out. There was where Evo never even commented. Had been multiple reports of people getting roofied at the after party for Evo, and they didn't even make a statement about it before all this stuff went down.
It hasn't been proven yet 100%. It's still going through investigation, because this is something that happened last year, and I was there for that last year. And
that's right.
Yes, I was. You remember? Stay at your place for that. Yeah.
Yep.
So I was just like, I mean, it's ridiculous. So right now, I think that's right now it's hearsay right now, but until then, that's why I was kind of keeping that one on keeping that one away, because we don't know of what happened or what is happening on that, but it's still under investigation.
So, stupid question. So Evo is basically just a tournament for Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all of those games to kind of come together. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a huge Street Fighter, Injustice. You want to come at me, I will win. But dang, dude, I don't know. I think the event would definitely. I don't even. What does Evo stand for, by the way? Oh, okay. I mean, to gain a trust of a company who's trying to put together a tournament like this, it would have to be under something else. It would have to be a different company coming in to set this and give it new boundaries. Because as a female, I've got to be honest, whenever I go to events, my hand is always over my cup, whether I'm walking around or not. I don't drink alcohol. That is a personal choice because I take seizure medicine, so that would kind of be dumb also, because I could get extremely inebriated, or it could mess with my head, pain wise. So I just don't. But whenever I used to, I would always have my hand over my cup. That was something my mom always taught me. You don't know, your friends say they have your back, and that's great, but they can't see if someone slips something into your drink or whatever the case is, I think, a lot of self-awareness when you go to events, any event, regardless, it needs to be, you have to take precautions as well as watching out for your friends. But dude, that sucks. So who is he? Harassing younger children? Is that what this is? Because I mean,
well, no, this is beyond harassing. This is sexual misconduct.
Right,
I mean,
right, were these young boys? He was.
One of them is a boy. I don't know about the full allegations of what was going on, but I mean,
that's not okay.
He's part of He's been part of the scene for so long. I mean, he's a giant staple. I mean, dude, look at it this way. Evo is the only tournament that ESPN does airs on their cable TV show, on the cable television stations, because how big it is.
That's bad.
I mean, and it's people all over the world come to this event. It's a ridiculous, for fighting specifically. I mean, even though fighting game tournaments don't have the highest pots or the highest thing, but the level of respect that they have between the FGC community is up there, is really up there. Because there's a lot of mechanics and stuff that happens towards it, and
exactly what Dust is saying. They have that brand is dead. There's no way that you can have that brand without have it not be related to the everything that's going on and whatnot. I think they completely have to scrap it, and they have to start with something new, something fresh with that stuff in mind and in place from the jump off. As far as trying to move forward with EVO, I think we watched EVO die.
You really think so? Because I don't know. I mean, it could be like another thing what happened with like Edward E. Kramer. I mean, I know you may not know who that name is, but you've heard of the convention Dragon Con, right?
I've heard of it, yeah, but I don't know what the story is behind that.
Okay, Dragon Con was originally made by the founder of Dragon Con was Edward E. Kramer. Edward Kramer was using the con. Come to a point that it was released that he was using the con to get with underage boys. For sexual favors for underage boys towards that, and this what happened. Like, so when that came out, everyone obviously it's the same kind of thing happened. No one's wanting to go with it. He's still in jail. The bastard's still in jail. Don't get me wrong. So like but what happened was that now they're like, okay, he's arrested. Now the biggest problem was this was that even though he's arrested, he's still getting royalties for the convention that he created because it's his own convention. So like what they ended up doing was that they decided to say, okay, we're done with Dragon Con. But then they opened up a new LLC called Dragon Con Media. So essentially, but that had his name not on it at all. So he wasn't going to get any of the royalties, any of the money, anything that was coming into it. So they still kept the name Dragon Con because of what they did, because they did it that way. I mean, essentially, this is the my mindset, that because like you can't get rid of just EVO, just the name EVO. I mean, EVO is a big name, corner set of the name itself.
But when's that?
But they're going to have to.
When did the Dragon Con thing? When
2011, 2012.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So not. I wouldn't say the hype, but it was. I would say because I think it was before the Me Too. It was way before the Me Too.
Because that's what. And I feel like in a level of awareness with that stuff back then to where we are now, I think also makes a difference. Whereas people have done despicable things or whatever, and they've been able to come out on the other side, and it made, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like the world's view of things has changed as far as with that, especially as far as like with people like canceling things and whatnot, and what have you. I don't know if per se people won't go. I don't know that sponsors and people that are actually doing the money will participate unless it was a completely separate entity.
Well, yeah. No, I mean, I think it definitely. I mean, it makes sense. Like what Lex initially said, I think she hit it right in the middle of the ballpark there. Like where she said, like they have to restructure. There's no way that they would to have him out completely. To be like, okay, to do that because he's a co-founder. Keep that in mind too. He's not the only guy.
And that's what I assume, because companies are not just built and created usually by one person. It's usually like an entity, right? So it sucks that this one person was being shitty, but the other people may not have been shitty. And so with that, like, you're going to have to rebrand, man, and you're really going to have to put boundaries in place. And I think, you know, a lot of things, like even TwitchCon has after parties. Like we went to like this gaming bar that I don't think was meant to be an after party place, that we all just kind of donned as the after party, right? So I think they need to make sure that they have some sort of set rules. And I mean, it's Vegas. Everyone wants to be a part of the nightlife when they come and visit if they've never been here, et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, like if you're not setting rules, regulations, and boundaries, you're technically putting yourself up to be lynched when everything falls to pieces, right? And if this has been going on for years, why is this now just becoming something that they're going, because everyone else is doing it? Everyone else is being held accountable, and the accountability, you have to take it now. You can't sit here and protect this person who's been doing these things for years that is a part of your company. You just can't.
And but like we don't know, but like I guess it's kind of hard to say. I mean, yeah, in hindsight, it really is very easy to say that this person's been doing this stuff and been getting away with it. But then at the same time, like if you look at his apology, he says that this is something that he did in his early time of his career, and he stopped. So theoretically, what if he did just essentially stop being a dick and doing what he was doing? And then he's been completely professional for 20 years, and then it leaks back like what just happened. And then come into it though.
I mean, here's my thing: is a company like they're there are a lot of allegations that come out. Some of them sadly are false. Why people do that, I don't know, but you're sick. Let me just point that out. Um Obviously they have to find things that are credible, and one thing of believing the victim, absolutely, but like there also has to be some level of like, here's the proof. And sometimes like you just can't ignore the proof. But here's my thing: if he did this then and it's being brought up now, there's got to be more to this. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I didn't. And
I
if you
feel
did
like
it
people.
then, what stopped you from doing it now? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like people forget a lot of time too that there's a lot of stuff that happens behind closed doors that isn't put out into the public eye. Number one, because they don't have to. And you know what I mean? Like, so like, I think people you're going to get whatever version we're given. And don't, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what all the details are and whatnot. I think, again, for me, the biggest thing, is that one, because of this response, he came out and says it. Clearly this is, like, and you don't know if he hasn't, maybe somebody else hasn't come out that he did this to last year or some other, you know what I mean? We've only gotten a very little snippet and a few people, that have come out and said something. So really, I mean, again, that's why a lot of times I don't like to just jump on stuff like this, because you never really get the full story until way down the road, after the legal stuff happened and whatnot. Then you get the whole story.
Also, if lawyers are involved, they can't talk about a currently ongoing criminal case. So again, what Smitty said, like, that's why, like, everyone, like, we could Doc is being under investigation. Obviously, something big is happening there, but we don't know about it. Why? Because lawyers and cops are involved. And this could be the same deal here. Like, yes, he's admitting to past mistakes, but maybe he can't admit to current mistakes because of what is happening. You know what I mean?
But I mean, but it still goes down to the lie of like saying, like we don't know. I mean, we
don't
really
know, yeah.
Right.
we don't have the full information. So like it's like I'm not. That's why I'm not jumping the gun on that quite yet per se until they legitimately say, okay, this person is getting charged for these kind of things. And but like I said, with Mr. Wizard on how he's admitting to it, I just think that it's something that that kind of says that, yeah, he's admitting that he has been he was predatory towards this, but and I don't think that it was something that he was doing later on his other life. And it's not excusing his earlier career by any means, but I'm just thinking that I think that he did at one point in time must have changed to a point where he just stopped. He grew up and stopped doing it, and then I guess or may have thought that he got away with it. Who knows? But like, but yeah, but I'm glad it came out. I'm glad that with these kind of things. It sucks that this came out. But it definitely, like, it shows people's colors, because like it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, you could have changed to become to become a good person, eventually a good person and stuff. But the fact of the matter is, you screwed up people's lives. You still screwed up a person's life. Maybe who knows how many people's lives towards that. And you definitely have to atone for that and atone for that somehow, so let's hopefully see what's coming up in the near future. I hope that we'll see EVO in the future, but they need to do some massive overhauls on their backlines on what needs to be done, because like right now at this point it's on my blacklist until I'm 100% sure that Quellar has no piece into EVO at all. Then I'm not supporting it.
Maybe
So
he'll come out as Lucian.
that would be very interesting if they did something, switch over it.
We're not EVO anymore, we're Lucian.
It's like, okay, here we go. All right. Smitty, you're up next. What are you bringing to the table?
So I recently, and it's funny too, because I never saw, or like maybe I remember hearing a little something about this game, and it just kind of, I don't know what happened, but a new Battle Royale came out, called Hyperspace. Now, there's a couple of things about the game that I thought was, pretty interesting as far as its uniqueness. Again, you guys know me, I'm not a big Battle Royale person, but I would give this a shot. They very much have the same marketing model as Valorant when it was in beta. This is only available if you have your Twitch account linked with your, I believe it's Ubisoft account, and then you basically watch people's streams, and you can get a beta test key or essentially and I believe it's still in battle testing, beta testing. Essentially right now. But I thought there was a couple of cool things that kind of piqued my interest. Again, it definitely plays a lot faster, and that kind of reminded me of Apex, and I do like the speed, and I think a lot of people enjoy the speed of Apex. I thought what was really interesting, number one, in this game, when you die, they have something where it's called an echo. So even though you're dead, you can still move around the map. You can actually ping people. So it's almost like you become a spy, and then there's a way for you to get, which is really cool. Not only that, but it keeps people active, even if you do get, even if you do die, you know what I mean? You're still very much in the game and still doing things, and you still have that possibility of being rezzed up. So I thought that was pretty cool and unique. And then, of course, there is a direct Twitch integration with this game as well. Essentially, there's a little what do they call it? Not an add-on, but the doodads, the extensions. There's an extension there. Yeah. And like throughout the game, like you can as an audience member, you can vote on different events to happen, like low gravity, unlimited ammo for whoever it is that's streaming and whatnot, which I thought was really, really cool. And unique of them to have this kind of, not only is it a battle royale, but now you've got some viewer interactivity within the game, which is fantastic. This is kind of some of the things that we talked about before, and what we were excited about, just kind of them being more innovative and really starting to see some games and things that are made directly for Twitch or some of these other streaming platforms. So I think that's a cool little unique feature as far as with this game, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna check it out if I ever get the stupid game. I've had things up like this whole time and I still haven't gotten a drop yet. But I mean, it looks interesting. I think it's worth a playthrough, especially if you are. I know there's a lot of people that do enjoy battle royales, but it's something. It's something.
What's it called?
It's called no, it's not Valorant, Kitty. This is Hyperscape. Hyperscape. Sorry,
this actually looks so much nicer than Valorant, though.
I know.
Happening. Yeah. Who
remember
made
this is a beta test too.
This is an Amazon game, isn't it?
The Amazon was
Crucible.
Amazon did Crucible, and then
this
New
is something
World
from Ubisoft.
Amazon.
Because we're using the Ubisoft, it utilizes, you have to link your Ubisoft thing in, and it's free as well, or it will be a free-to-play game as well. Let me see if I can
have an Ubisoft launcher. I have so many game launchers. Stop it.
See, we do because of the Division 2. I know, there's way too many. Yeah.
Or Assassin's Creed.
Division 2.
Yeah, or if you have Assassin's Creed, that's another one.
Or Assassin's Creed, that's right, yeah. But I mean, I thought for a battle royale, I was like, all right, man, they've got some cool, unique thing. I love the fact that there's chat interactivity.
Colors.
Yeah. How big, like how many people are in a fight though? Like, is it like a?
I'm not sure. I think it's still lower numbers. I don't know if there's a for sure thing right now, but because it's in testing, I don't know that all the lobbies that you get into are even going to be full. Like some of the streams that I was watching, they did not have full lobbies going in. But
okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was like thinking, because I was like, man, because the way the maps look like, they look so narrow, like it kind of looks like an Overwatch map, and I didn't think that they would be like, like it's going to be like 50 people to be fighting, because on how big it looks like, it'd probably be about maybe 16 or 20 or something.
I heard somebody say something about they had 36 people in their lobby. That's the most 36. That I've heard.
Wow. Okay. That looks pretty cool, though. No, I mean, this actually legitimately looks interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not even a fan of like BR, and like this actually makes me want to check it out.
This is really neat.
But not only that, but for those that stream on Twitch, like It's like, this is a fun thing that you can do, and people are able to participate, whether they're playing with you in the game or just watching as a viewer, and like, hey, let's give this person unlimited ammo, because that was a thing that you could vote on. Unlimited ammo. That's a game changer, baby. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So Twitch, that's the kind of Twitch integrations in the game. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and they vote on it, and there's like rounds that they vote on these things to include within the game that affect directly the streamer that you're watching or the environment. It's crazy.
Wow, that's awesome.
Dig it.
Yeah, I was like, that's really cool. I was like, I would try this. Just the fact that people can kind of play along as well, I think it's worth a shot. You know.
No, I mean, I definitely think that. I mean, were you gonna say something, Lex? Sorry.
Well, the only other game besides this that has that involving it would be Twitch Sings currently. You know what I mean? This is really cool, and everyone always votes with the Twitch Sings. So, I mean, they would definitely do it on this. You know what I mean? This is so cool. And so for a person who doesn't see well, I like that it's daytime, but it's not. I can still see everything really well. Granted, I'm looking on a monitor that I don't normally game on. But it looks so neat.
Yeah, I thought
it definitely does.
Even the shadowy areas are good because it's like, have you ever walked out of like a really dark building into direct Vegas sunlight in the middle of summer? And
yeah,
you're just can't see anything?
Yeah.
That's how games for me are all the time. Where it's like I kind of go into a shadowy area and then everything gets blown out for me for a while.
Yeah,
and it takes time for my eyes to adjust. And by the time my eyes adjust, I've been murdered. You know, and so it's kind of frustrating. Like there are certain maps. Yeah, it is Moon. There are certain maps on Modern Warfare when we're all playing together that I play horribly on. I have to stay in one section and I kind of have to camp, which I don't like camping because I'm not great at it. Because I can't see. And so this is game changery for me.
I'm actually trying to see if I can get some information on this some more information. So hopefully,
can you get us some keys, bro?
Because there was
if I can,
because there was a way. I mean, there's a way you can. It's not only that's not the only way. You can also sign up to register for it. But I think the fastest way, unless you had already done that, I think the fastest way is to just watch and hope for a drop during these Twitch streams.
Well, like when they say a drop, so. What is it like? So does the streamer give them the drop, or is it like
certain?
How's that work?
Certain streamers have it enabled, drops enabled, like any other game that has like drops and stuff like that. Yeah,
or whatever. Yeah.
And then you just randomly, if you're watching it, you can randomly have the possibility of it coming up, and it'll pop up in your Twitch notifications that you've got the drop, and you just have to make sure that your Twitch and Ubisoft is connected. Essentially.
Oh, okay. Man, that's so crazy though. I mean, like I need to probably.
I was like, dude, what a dope idea! I'm so glad. I've been wanting to see more games that natively integrate different things into the game for streamers.
I'm just amazed on how like I mean how not Valorant Valorant. It's like, you know, like when you saw all that stuff with Valorant.
Valorant it is, yeah.
Well, that was supposed to be the next big thing was Valorant, and then like, you know, but then it's like all the issues with it, and then like, you know,
it is for esports though.
With it,
it's Valorant's still huge.
Valorant is dude.
On a computer that you have important information on.
That basically
I'm just saying,
is a CS:GO killer. I feel
talking about. I'm talking. Well, that's kind of funny that we're in 2020. We're talking about that being a CS:GO killer.
I know.
But I'm just finding it funny that it's just like, I mean, like with the stuff, like you remember the crazy security and all that nonsense that Valorant was also doing, like also issues like that. I mean, and this legitimately to me looks a lot better than what Valorant does. And then some of the stuff that you're doing, like the jumping and things. So. I don't know.
This looks more of like an arcade style type of battle royale, as opposed to Valorant. I feel is more like a simulation style, and same with CS. And I've never really been into those like really technical ones. I guess that's not why I'm not a big fan or never really played Siege 6 either, because I feel like that's more simulated combat as opposed to arcade style combat.
Now, do they say like is it like special like like how with Overwatch different kind of characters do different kind of things kind of thing, or is
I'm not sure. I haven't been able to get that deep into this game to like see if like different characters have different abilities. I think there are because I see an invisibility thing on there, and again, I don't know if that comes common with everybody. I see some people like putting up walls, so there's definitely some sort of abilities, but I don't know if those are like just picked up in crates. Or if that you can see down there in the right corner that an event's about to go on, the crown is going to spawn, grab it, and survive until the end of the timer to win. So that's people's chats integrating and voting on this, and then this event triggers within the game. Super cool.
So you kill the red people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
See, that's easy for me.
Yep.
That sounds awesome.
Kill the red. Red is dead. Got it.
Kill the red.
So make sure you put them streams up, y'all, if you guys are trying to check it during the technical test. Right.
Plus, give Smitty a drop if possible.
Give me a drop. Give me a drop.
So that goes. Yep.
I just want to play it so I can play it and be like, all right, yeah, I'm feeling it, and then probably never play it again.
I know, right? He's like, hey, this is cool. Then
I love the fact that it's got the Twitch interaction. Like that alone makes me want to play at least during streams. You know what I mean?
I just want to see how far they do with that interaction. That's all that really matters. Like, I mean, because they could say that, but then it's really not that involved. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, who knows? So we'll see. But that's cool. All right. Let's finish it off with Lex's topic. What do you bring into the table, Lex?
Ooh, I come bearing good news. So if you liked Fallout, do I have a story for you? Amazon is making a new Fallout series based on the popular post-apocalyptic RPG game from Bethesda. So there are virtually no details on the project, of course.
Good news.
Except that'll be an Amazon Prime original produced by Kittler Films. So if you don't know who Kittler is, they've done a lot of stuff previously, which adds to the project is coming from a Westworld creator, Lisa Joy, Jonathan Nolan, as part of their overall deal with Amazon. So if you're a fan of Westworld, these creators are working on it. Yes, Opie, it's exciting. Bethesda Game Studio, Todd Howard, and Bethesda Softworks, James Altman, will also serve as executive producers on the project, which is still, of course, in the developmental stages. I heard this and I watched Twitter, at least Twitch Twitter, lose its mind. Fallout is one of the greatest game series of all time, Joy and Nolan said in a statement to THR. Each chapter of this insanely imaginative story has cost us countless hours we could have spent with family and friends. So we're incredibly excited to partner with Todd Howard and the rest of the brilliant lunatics at Bethesda to bring this massive, subversive, and darkly funny universe to life with Amazon Studios. The fact that Fallout show is coming from the creators of Westworld is almost funny in hindsight, given that Bethesda has once sued Warner Brother Entertainment for creating Westworld Mobile, which Bethesda called a blatant ripoff of its own Fallout Shelter game.
Yeah, they basically did a skin of Fallout Shelter with their Westworld game.
Yeah. Jonathan Nolan actually wrote the story for the Westworld Mobile and even teased could cross over with the show proper. Shutdown after a settlement was reached, of course. Given the Westworld creators are now working on a Fallout show of their own, it seems there's no bad blood with Bethesda, as if they were concerned anyways. So that is the story. There's really nothing to tell except we know who's working on it, which is great. Obviously, these creators have created some fantastic TV for all of the US and the world to enjoy. So I mean, I'm wondering, be watching it. I just don't know, so I can't report.
Yeah,
on that, but yeah.
Well, I'm wondering if like how like what their aspect is, their version of Fallout. Like, what's it going to be? Is it going to be its own separate like a different location? You know, because it's not going to be like New Vegas or Virginia or the previous one that it was out in Fallout 3 and stuff. They're like it's its own brand new location, own original story. And like how involved are they going to be with like the vault and like that's what I'm looking forward to, because it's like an alternate like 50s kind of style, which I'm really interested in like you can really make it, and you can really make it your own with that. Really, at that point, so I am definitely looking forward to that. So in that aspect,
I think they'd be fools not to go with an original story here. Here's the thing for me. Again, I am familiar with the Fallout series. I played a little bit of 3, but I could not attest to any of the storyline or any of that stuff for Fallout. What excites me about this, number one, is because of that fact. So this is like being able to get told some form of Fallout without actually playing the games. So I'm hoping it is more of them, that they've learned anything, especially of video game adaptions as of late, coming in, you know what I mean? Well, some of them coming in and having an original idea or an original story to tell from that lens or from that environment. I definitely feel like would be beneficial to them. You're obviously going to get people that are going to instantly hate it. However, I don't know if you guys have seen Westworld. That show is freaking amazing. And I think these two being a part of this, or even having their hands on it, is going to be able to create something really possibly memorable for a lot of people, whether you played the games or you haven't. It'll be interesting. I think if anything, you'll see more hate coming from people that are familiar with the series. But again, it all depends on how they go about doing it and playing that. I think this has a lot of potential. I'm excited for it. I am absolutely excited to check this out.
Well, think about it this way. It's kind of the same aspect as Game of Thrones. A lot of people who read the books are upset that certain things are glossed over, but to make all of that into a TV series is ridiculously difficult and long and time consuming. But I think it's a great idea, and I think it should be really interesting. I've seen bits and pieces of Westworld. I'm not watching it because I'm one of those people that I like to binge, and so I'm waiting till it gets closer till they announce it's the last season for me to watch.
Wow, you're gonna watch?
You're gonna love it.
That's the kind of binging you like to do. Oh my god.
Yeah, I did that with Game of Thrones, and then I was like, I need that last season now. I have to wait 6 more months because they were about to come out with it. So I finished in like a weekend the whole show, and that Monday they were like, give us 6 more months. I was like, wait, what? No, I need it now. Are you kidding? So yeah, I'm one of those people, but I'm excited. I think this one I might watch every week. This is pretty interesting, so I'm excited. What about you, Davies?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Last of Us. I like the Fallout series. Fallout 3 was I preferred Fallout 3 a lot more than I preferred the 4 personally, but I think when it comes to creation like that, and there's so much,
I agree with you on that.
There's so much freedom. Yeah, there's so much freedom when it comes to like what you can do, and there's not really a set canon story. You just need to use specific things that make Fallout. I think that can go a long way, and I have seen Westworld before, so that's why I feel that it's in good hands on production when it comes to this kind of thing. I guess all that really matters is it's like, what are their limitations? I guess their limitation would be budget, because I mean you could you can make this thing like a full-fledged like masterpiece when it comes to that kind of those kind of deals, so
absolutely,
exactly. I think that's what's fun about that, and then to see if they even incorporate some of the things that have happened in games, you know what I mean, and just to do some of that stuff and whatnot. But
sorry, if for anyone listening, we just had one of my moderators from my chat come in and say, "I too did since you said the drop thing, and now I got one."
That's hilarious.
You got one?
That is hilarious.
Shut up. Oh my gosh. Why does it hate me?
Oh no.
Who's the channel? Tell me.
I looked it up and I was like, oh my god, that's so funny. It's so good. The drop rate is so good that we're on a podcast thing. We're classified as podcasts. We don't even title it as drops, and he still got it. So congratulations to Ravage on that. And sucks to be you, Smitty.
Yeah. I'm hoping sequel. Really? Okay, I'll go over there then.
That is hilarious.
I can't believe they did me like that.
That's amazing. That's amazingly funny.
Cold blooded. I've been participating in the things too. I don't even know who I'm watching. Somebody.
Good for you, dude. That's freaking hilarious.
Awesome.
But no, yeah. So yeah, I mean, Fallout's gonna be a nice one. I think it would be a great series. We'll give it a chance, especially with a group like Amazon Prime and like with as of late, best places that have these originals are going to be like places that aren't like the traditional way of media, because I mean Netflix have been has been killing it, just like with Amazon Prime, Hulu, and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be really good. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll
I'm
definitely
excited.
see.
Also, for anyone who's like bored with TV, the second season of Doom is out, or at least the first 3 episodes. I think the fourth may have dropped this week.
Are you saying Doom or Dune?
Doom, Doom, Doom.
There's a show?
Oh, like wait, there's a show of Doom or Doom Patrol?
It's Doom Patrol. It's so good.
Doom Patrol. Okay, you're saying Doom. I'm like thinking, how do we?
Sorry,
How,
guys,
like,
I
how
haven't
do
had a
I
lot
not
of sleep. I'm
know?
so sorry. Doom Patrol. It's so good.
I was
Am I salty at DC that I did not get cast as Harley's new voice on the cartoon? Yes, but I'm watching Doom Patrol. It's so freaking good. It's so good.
Yeah, I was like thinking like Doom. I was like, how the heck did I not know there was a Doom show? And then I was I actually just caught up. I just finished the first season of Doom Patrol last week, and it is so good. I like it. Good. Oh man, you know one you need to watch. I think it was that was looked over quite easily was I want to say what's his name? X? No, the one that was Professor X's son. Let me find it. I forgot what it was called. No.
Because we started watching that, we kind of lost.
That was garbage. That thing got canceled in the first season because it was garbage.
Yeah.
Wait, what platform is this that you guys are watching this on?
HBO Max.
Oh, I need to.
I watch it on HBO Max.
Well, Doom Patrol is not on HBO.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, HBO Max. It's on HBO Max, but not on HBO Go or HBO Now or anything.
Well,
yeah.
I can't tell you where we're getting it from because we're pirates over here.
This is terrible.
Right.
Legion. You need to watch Legion. That show. If you like,
tried to get into it.
I love Legion. Legion's my favorite like mutant show of all of them because it's
I'll
true.
I'll try it again.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm over here watching the old X-Men show, just trying to like I'm enjoying rewatching it though.
I sometimes when I'm like really, really like having a down day, I kid you not, I turn on Disney Plus and I turn on the original theme song. And like I immediately am just like, I am sentient.
Everything's well in the world.
Gargoyles. I just have to hear those, and I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So you're really still still waiting for the Monster Hunter movie. Don't care how trash it is. We're not gonna see that till next year. That one's probably, and God, it's like no, I am not. I don't know if I'm ready to have that movie ruin that series for me. But yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Says it'd be a travesty. DC's laws. It's not DC's laws. I mean, because they still have DC's DC's
laws that I didn't play Harley. You
played. Okay. You
I have to be honest. I didn't try out, so it's not like nobody got back to me.
They should have known.
That person. It's like I didn't get the part. It's like but it's like they know who I am.
No, they know who I am.
So you gonna do step one?
Yeah, they gave it to Kaylee Cuoco, which is like weird. I don't know. I like who plays Ivy though.
Yeah, I don't know who plays Ivy, but it's funny. I like Kite Man now. I used to hate him, but he was pretty hilarious. But it's
I'm a little sad that in Doom Patrol, so they have Cyborg, but Beast Boy was originally part of Doom Patrol. So,
well, I mean, there's a lot. It depends on the version of Beast Patrol. What?
Is that where Beast Boy and Cyborg met? Was Doom Patrol originally?
Well, no, not really. They just put Cyborg because they're wanting to push with Cyborg to be part of it, like because like they put Cyborg in that group because they're like, okay, we need to make a name for him. But like, no, you're right, because Beast Boy was technically first on the team, but
before Cyborg. But like that, I was also like, Adam and I discussed this, Dust and I rather, and because I was like, man, I'm a little sad Beast Boy is not in this. I love Cyborg's character. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Teen Titans fan. If you guys don't know, I'm like a cartoon nerd all of the way.
It's probably because he's on Titans, the live action show.
Maybe it's. Oh, see, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, so it's possible that they said, okay, let's not make him split into two different shows and just give
Right.
another person the spot for it. So I mean, that would make
Yeah,
sense.
that would make sense. I didn't know he was in the live action. Wait,
Yeah,
what's the live action called though? Is it
Titans.
Titans?
It's called
Oh,
Titans.
I haven't even seen that, and that's on the DC like HBO Max.
No, that's on DC. The DC's universes thing, which I
Okay,
personally think that they need to shut that down and just merge it with HBO Max because it doesn't make it like a sense.
I don't understand.
Like,
Yeah, when you said it was on HBO Max but not on DC, I was very confused.
yeah, because like, well, I don't think they thought ahead about their streaming services because like HBO has HBO Go, HBO Max, HBO Go, HBO Now, and HBO Max now,
Yeah,
and
Smitty,
then like
read
what?
chat. You need to get your bot to watch too.
Oh, see,
Oh,
there
that's
you go.
right. The bot could watch.
You should. The bot could watch. Opie, you're gonna start
There you
watching.
go.
Okay.
All
All right.
right, okay, let's close. Let's wrap this sucker up. Lex, what do you have plans for the week?
Just normal back to games. I think we're gonna go obviously back to our regular scheduled programming Monday through Thursday, and then of course Friday we play Overwatch Comp. It is a new season. But on Fridays we play offline with friends like Smitty. But Thursdays will be Overwatch Comp again. Wednesdays we'll be doing Fran Bow. Tuesdays, of course, Boopy Tuesdays we'll be playing DBD, and then on Monday we'll kind of rotate in what we want to do. So yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome,
Back to
great to
normal
hear.
scheduling. Yeah. What are you up to, buddy?
Okay, well, I'll go last.
Fine. Fine.
Yes,
I guess me
Smitty,
then.
how about you?
You know what it
Yes.
is. I'll be on Mishmash TV this Tuesday, starting up Detroit Become Human. This Thursday, probably Destiny or either Destiny or doing comp with those guys, and then obviously casuals on Friday. ODub. I might look at switching that up though too, and just see if there's anything. If I can get one of these stupid keys, I'll work this dumb game in as well.
So much salt, so
Same.
visceral.
I'm so
Then
salty. Give me the
what's
game.
wrong with you? My God.
What about
That's
yourself,
awesome.
man?
Well, like I don't have anything fully planned since I got everything out recording. But what I am gonna do is I am gonna probably play some more Luigi's Mansion 3. I want to finish that sucker up. This hopefully this week. To get ready for what is Ghost of Tsushima next week? I believe. I think it's next week. But if Ghost of Tsushima is next week, then yeah. So just to make sure everything's all straight and ready for Ghost. And then after that, right now I'm actually I'm just coasting right now because I just think that we have some just seeing what's there. Hopefully, if I'm free, we'll be able to play some more. I'm trying some other different games out for it. Also, I do want to say if y'all have any kind of suggestions on what, like, because on Wednesday, like I said, we're going to aim to try to release our spoiler cast of The Last of Us 2 Part 2. Why don't y'all? I would love to hear what y'all's suggestions are on the game that you think that we should do a spoiler cast of. So definitely, it doesn't matter what the game is. I just wanting to just kind of have a broad thing of what direction the chat is going through on what we should play. So if you're listening to this on podcast services, just leave a comment below, or like right there in the Twitch chat, let us know here, or go to our website, confreaksgeeks.com, contact us on that website, and then we'll be able to, so I can keep an idea what y'all are interested in, and what our opinions are in certain games. So that'll be pretty cool. So guys, thank you so much. This was episode number 55 of the CFG Gamecast. As always, we're going to be back live again next week. And guess what? I don't know if I told y'all this, but we're going to actually have a guest next week. So looking forward to that. It's going to be Mooncraft 3, who did stuff with us for the Extra Life last year. But she's a big Destiny 2 player, and she does a lot of cool stuff and art and everything.
Awesome.
So we're going to be bringing. She's going to be coming up here on next Saturday. So definitely tune in on that. We will definitely be we'll be back on again. Just definitely check us out in our individual Twitch channels, or if you want to help us out, go follow, like, comment on any of our podcast services on Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, any life services, that goes a long way. We definitely appreciate that. So definitely this is Davis, Lex, and Smitty signing off. Y'all take it easy.
Bye.